Welcome everybody to another video here on the channel, where today we're going to be playing ToWoN Wheel of Names, a joke tower that I made. Also, there's going to be a live commentary, so I don't know how this is even going to go. So first of all, we have floor 1, and I'm going to be talking a bit about the floors individually along the way here. So first of all, floor 1 is ToWoN themed. A little bit more context about in general this tower is we kind of spun a wheel for the floor teams, because it is kind of a collab tower, me with a couple other people. And we only had like 10 minutes to build each floor, including the final stretch. And well, those teams, we first decided on what teams should go on a wheel, and then we spun a wheel. So we had more teams than picks. Here we have floor 2, which is GD teams. So you can see with the art style, or just the color scheme in general. This is one of the harder floors, at least for the first net. And yes, this tower has nets, around 3 of them, I think, 2 or 3. So that's definitely gonna be one of the things that you're gonna love, at least, about the tower, the nets. Because floor 2, like for instance this lodge here, it's really hard and really annoying to do. Definitely this last part right here, where you actually have to go down. You almost hit the spikes, which those spikes, they are insta-kills. So like, even though this is still like right before net, there are insta-kills already, just to make sure you're gonna have a bad time. Now, that's floor 2. Now we're on to floor 3, which was, I think, Messi versus Ronaldo. So it's like, I mean, not really that soccer themed. At this point, we also kind of learned how to do decals and text on the walls and such. So you're gonna see like Walter White or a random pig here and there from this point on. But what you just saw was a rep 11 stud, which during this recording I failed a whole lot, so I had to cut out already a lot of time. Now we have floor 4, which is PB jump spam. First of all, we're starting with my PB, which was at the time TUH, and we can go to the name. And then the other PB jumps, I have no idea from what floor. I believe this was Raz's PB jump, which is probably one of the hardest ones in the tower. Next up we have one of Dodo's, I think. It's just a no jump part, it's really tough. Oh, this could be Dodo. I don't remember, maybe Dodo made like 2 parts. I'm not sure. This part isn't too bad. And then next up, I think we have a Noja's part, which is basically going to be a transition into the next net, which is also going to be the last net. This is floor 5, it's Western. This was really a pay to recreate. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, this is a tower that was originally made in Tower Creator. Now here we have a rep that's, when it got rebuilt, it's just got buffed somehow. Mainly because I tried getting rid of some misalignments. So that one rep was really tough to do. Now we have a few jumps, and then we have floor 6 called Countries. It was basically just grids. I'm not gonna go over the questions here. If you're gonna play it yourself, you better check that out and try and have a guess. But yeah, everybody made some questions, and some are harder than others. And next up we have Pepsi, which, to not get copyrighted, Raz made a giant Pespi can. It's not Pepsi, it's Pespi. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, we have some hard trust gameplay by Dodo. And then, one of the probably another difficulty spike here in the tower is this spinner. So first of all, you just go to the top layer. And then here comes a really annoying rep that I made. By just adding one part. It's probably one of the most hardest parts in the tower. If you know the shreds, it can get consistent, but that's if you can do it. Now next up we have floor 8, which basically is whatever you want. So first of all, we're starting with my part that I made. And I don't know why I thought this, but this truss part is really tough. During this run I failed it like 5 times. It took like most of the time. So it's really tough. Next up some 8 stud jumps, even an 8 stud on ice, with a cool spinner. I think others also liked it at the time, the spinner. Of course they didn't like the ice. Nobody really likes the ice. But that's fine, that's fine. And then we have a jump that you can do 2 ways. You can see as how done on stream, or on screen, either way. Next up we have Rat's spot, which I think you're supposed to do this first jump a little different. By not jumping to this ledge. I did do this because otherwise it was kind of jank. And next up, yeah, you have to do a downwards momentum jump. This is like a really hard jank part. But if you've beaten Rat's part here, because all 4 of us did our separate part, then you can basically say that you've beaten the tower if you just have enough time. Because Dodo's part here is netted in of itself. It's also very easy. So it's just like 5 thrusters, that's it. I think he spent most of the time about the decals and making sure the floor also disappears. And last but not least we have Noja's part, which also has a button, but this time it's timed. So a little difficult, but not too hard. I think here, right after this thrust, you can go left like I did, or you can go right or right, but I think the right is harder. Next up we have floor 9, and this is basically where, it's just a floor about me, or at least kind of a history lesson you could say, back in the day. Now, the thing is here, I wasn't allowed to even look at what they were building at the time. They said like, go do your own thing. I think loaded a couple of towers for me to play Tower Creator, and I just let them have it. And so they made this. They have like a whole lot of signs here placed. I'm not gonna read them any, but they put a lot of time into this. This was also made in longer than 10 minutes, because I kind of gave them a little extra time, a couple times. I don't know how much time I gave them in total for this, but it's definitely more. Oh, I see this sign needs work. Oh well, they'll be finished in a update when this video releases, so you can actually read that sign. Next up we have floor 10, which was going to be a need. So we kinda did our own style with the need. You might wonder why is the color so weird, and well, it's because of the skybox that I put here. But still, it's cool. It is some tough gameplay, but at this point you would kinda see it as netted. There's no real hard part here in floor 10, at least. Because there's a lot of parts that you can fall onto. And then last but not least we have the final stretch, which was Romania themed. I don't know why. We have here I think it was or a 6 or an 8 stud wrap. Might have been even a 9 stud. And then we have a 13 stud jump. Which if you fail this 13 stud jump, unless you're really quick, you're gonna have to redo the entire tower. And I hate that I failed this once. But that's kind of the tower. Hope you enjoyed, and I guess we'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.